he really doing that?
Wow. Well, Ward 7, I guess you're up for some changes in councilman leadership.
Yeah.
That's
Riverside.
yeah.
Keep it classy.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Hi, Inland Empire.
Hi, Inland Empire. I'm Ryan.
I'm Josh.
And today we're going to talk about one of the biggest thorns in the side of the Inland Empire, I'd say, traffic.
I was going to say gargoyles.
And gargoyles. But today we're going to focus on traffic.
Wait, before we get to that,
Yep.
I need to point out the studio is beautiful. Who did all this?
I don't have great news about that.
What's that?
Yeah.
Tad did it.
Tad.
Yeah,
the guy where...
Oh, that's going to make this next part really uncomfortable.
We don't have an HR department, so unfortunately...
Wait.
What? You want to hit him? Just let
No. We'll let her deal with it.
Oh?
Just wait.
Well, he was an asshat.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. And
okay, moving on.
he was by far not he was not the best part of the last show.
All right, regarding the RTA.
Right.
Oh, wait. So
traffic.
Traffic. So you've been in this traffic.
Right, this traffic here.
I mean, we've been in this traffic.
This exact traffic.
This was us, actually, dealing with this guy.
Not a great day.
He's an asshat.
Absolutely.
Like
was that
Tad.
Was it? It could have been Tad. He was following us that day and then disappeared.
Ooh, he did.
He just changed vehicles and cut us off.
All right. So the RTA is making a new line, basically.
Yep.
It's going to be going from Riverside to Corona.
Yep. And if there's that's a correction. We need to say it's going from Corona to Riverside.
I feel like I had it right the first time when
you did. Go ahead and say it.
So, the RTA is creating a new line going from Riverside to Corona.
Corona to Riverside.
It will start in UCR.
It's going to start in Corona and travel to UCR and will cost $1.50. I'm the one with the card.
It will make 14 different stops and come every 15 minutes. From Riverside, you can make it to Corona.
From Corona, you can make it to Riverside
an hour and a half.
Yeah, 5:30 in the morning to 8:30 in the morning, and then later on in the afternoon from 2:30 in the afternoon until 5:30. So
these buses will be running every 15 minutes, so if you miss it, you won't have to wait the hour and a half that I used to when I was a kid.
Right, or the 2 hours I had to wait too when I was waiting for the bus all the time.
And then if you miss the last bus, you won't have to walk uphill both ways. With
I carried a bike.
Potato.
I carried a bike.
And mind you, that potato was my lunch.
It was my brother.
You carried your bike with your brother on it? That's impressive.
My potato.
That beats my potato. All right, so
It was my brother.
So the RTA will be building this line, and it should make it so people could travel past the Corona Crunch without all these traffic problems.
You get to go use those extra 91 express lanes just for the $1.50 fare, so enjoy.
Yeah.
Plus
win for all, right?
They have those USB chargers and the comfy seats, like comfy seats, and look at the footage.
Wi-Fi too, right? Wi-Fi, comfy seats, USB chargers.
Wi-Fi? Why not Fi? Check this out. See, fancy, and they're so friendly.
And I believe they're also going to be making stops over at Tyler Mall,
Kaiser,
Riverside
Plaza,
and also RCC, right?
Yep.
UCR is just the first stop, but it's going to be stopping at all those in between, eventually ending up in Corona. It's a win, right? Currently, it takes about 3 hours to get between UCR and Corona if you take the standard bus lanes at this point in time.
Yeah, and this will be faster.
Yeah, and if it's on the weekends, it takes about 13 hours. So,
dark.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Anyway, other stories in Riverside. What else is going on, actually?
Oh, well, we've got what's going on in Ward 7.
I thought we were going to talk about
We can't talk about that poor guy.
No. All right, so let's talk about UCR instead.
Oh,
so UCR is making some strides in mosquito research.
Right.
You make fun of mosquitoes, but don't. So for those who don't know, mosquitoes or mosquito-borne diseases have actually killed more than half the people that have ever died in all of recorded history. Hard to believe, right? but this is real.
Wow.
So, researching what mosquitoes can and can't do is not just important, but it's imperative to our existence. So, the professor doing the UCR research that got the $14.9 million is Omar Akbari. So, Professor Omar Akbari, he got $14.9 million to research mosquito-borne illnesses.
Nice.
And
well, that's a local head. That's
Well, and he's actually going to be researching how these gene drives affect the environment. So he's going to really look into making sure that we don't spread the next zombie virus, which most people are afraid of when we start talking about these things.
I'm sure that's exactly what everyone wants to be famous for.
I don't like the idea of zombies. So. Also from UCR is Professor Song, who a few months ago also recently discovered the Zika virus protein that makes it very active. And he also identified the inhibition point on it. So there's several professors and lots of good research going on over at UCR that's helping kind of combat all these various, mosquito-borne diseases. Sure. So what other stories do we have?
Well, we've got the Ontario Airport versus Los Angeles World Airports Association, and that's kind of been a piece that we've been working on for a few months, almost.
I think that's an ongoing fight, right? Yeah, that's going to be one of those long-term things that we cover.
Riverside versus Southern California Edison. There's an ongoing litigation case that maybe you should hear about, or maybe you don't care. But also, either way, we're going to try and cover it.
Also, the day this piece actually was filmed, Riverside was talking about whether or not to allow recreational cannabis businesses into its borders as far as Riverside City goes.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a good and a bad thing. Most people will make a judgment on this saying, oh no, they're not going to get the tax money from the new legislation, this and that. But actually what Riverside City Council has decided to do, which is slightly different than what's been reported previously, is not to just not allow cannabis businesses to be here. Mm-hmm. They're actually going to wait and see what the state of California has to decide as far as the rules go, and then they're going to decide. So they put a hold on allowing any kind of businesses to thrive here, but only until California has actually set its rules, which I believe is actually rather prudent.
It makes sense.
So, I kind of agree with Riverside in this stance that they're going to take the wait and see.
Yep.
So, I think Riverside's actually kind of made a good decision in this. Wait and see, because you don't want to have to keep adjusting your rules. Because as we saw,
San Bernardino's having a hard time with us right now.
Well, and also people tried adjusting rules as like trying to basically do things like not allow medical delivery, like medical cannabis to be delivered.
Yep.
And then California turned around and passed a law saying they can't do that. So it's better to let these laws stabilize and then make your legislation based on that.
Probably that.
Yeah, otherwise it'll be put out of date immediately. So kudos to California for that, and kudos to Riverside for making such a prudent legislation for that. So
thanks for paying attention, guys.
Yeah. All right.
So thanks for your time. That's our new information on the bus. So what do you think? Is it overall a good thing? The new bus?
Meh.
Yeah. Well, it's exciting, right? I mean, you can. It's more freedom. It gives people more freedom, right?
Freedom's always good.
Yeah, I agree. Freedom's good.
Yeah, freedom's good, regardless of the expense it comes to the taxpayer who already owns a vehicle and doesn't ride the bus,
which is most of us. Okay, well, that may be not the best argument.
Trying to sell a point here.